Hey guys, Genevieve here to talk about our upcoming new moon in the sign of Taurus. This is also a solar eclipse, a partial solar eclipse, but its eclipse always intensifies the power of any moon that it is attached to, and this is going to be seen partially in, I believe, the southern hemisphere. We're not really going to see it here too much where we're at. But that doesn't mean that the energy is any less intense. So as you know, we're still in the sign of Aries for the next couple of days. This eclipse, this new moon is going to occur right after midnight on Thursday morning, Eastern Standard Time, of course. And so we are going to be moving from the fire sign, the energetic sign of Aries, into the more slow, stubborn, earthy sign of Taurus. So this is going to be, and every time we kind of move into Taurus season, because Taurus has been in opposition to Uranus for such a very long time now, there's always a little bit of a feeling of abrupt change. For most of the time, it's really good because it's a very grounding, very gentle, kind of, again, earthy, sensual energy. So it's time to really just kind of go walk barefoot in the grass, dig in the dirt. It's time to finish your spring planting. It is time to just really just get down and just feel like the sensual pleasures of life, right? But there's also a kind of a very rigid and stubborn energy to Taurus, which is going to be accentuated by the fact that there is a solar eclipse, and also by the fact that this is the moon and the sun are going to be square Pluto. Okay, so this is really the only energy that's going on during this eclipse, and so thankfully most of us will probably be asleep at the time, unless you want to stay up to try to witness it. I'm not sure, like, if you have really good telescopes or sky watching equipment, you might be able to see it where you're at, but feel it anyway, you will. So of course we talk about how any moon cycle you feel it most intensely day and a half leading up to, in a day and a half hours. So you might already starting to feel this energy. Me personally, today has been gorgeous. The humidity is gone out of the air. I'm just kind of been taking care of chores. I'm excited for my upcoming class tomorrow, and also an opportunity to be in a vendor event on Saturday. So I have been making oil blends and preparing all of my materials and getting myself really hyped for that. Also, finally cleaning the pollen out of my house that came in the last couple of days with all that first real warm spring bloom, and dealing with some issues with a broken dryer again. Thankfully, a neighbor was very kind enough to give us his that he was going to be giving away anyway, and so now I can do laundry again. So that's kind of like, okay, stop, go energy of Aries, but also leading up to this Taurus energy of, okay, slow down, smell the roses, but also get ready for some shakeups. Okay, so the biggest shakeup is going to be felt, and again, this is felt globally. There is a rise. There's always a rise when Taurus shifts into its season of kind of global political crises. Okay, so whatever reason, again, Taurus is ruled by Venus. Venus can be a disruptor, but when you have an eclipse going on, and Taurus is opposite Uranus right now, as it has been, finally should be getting out of that phase. It's just, it really shakes things up. It puts people on edge. It makes people nervous. It makes people tense. It makes people act impulsively. Again, Taurus is the bull in the china shop. We all know that symbolism, right? You don't want to get in a bull's way, and they like very pretty things, and so they don't understand when they're trampling on them at times. And so with this opposition, or this square with Pluto, however, there is really the energy and the things to be on your guard for or watch out for is just kind of, I don't know, there's definitely going to be some issues with the opposite sex, okay? So the conflict with the opposite sex, any problems are going to arise maybe with people, and this could be someone of people of polar opposite thinking of you as well. But just guard against kind of excessive anger, excessive compulsion at this time, especially when it comes to sexuality. Guard against just not, taking anything to excess, any compulsion, addiction, or things that food, whatever the case may be, anything that could take you out of your safety zone, avoid it during these few days. Make sure you are surrounded by mentors or people who 100% have your back, because they're the people that if you are going to start to get a little bit disruptive or knocked off balance or out of control or thrown off, they will reel you back in to your little safety net. I'm trying to think, really, the only other thing is, of course, there's always good in any disruptive or challenging influence. And so the good part of this is, any cooperation, any marital, union should be very strong at this time. Any cooperative work environments, that there is a balance and a give and take and cooperation of energies, power of 3 stuff, because earlier today we pulled this card. So that is where you're going to find your strength, you're going to find your stability, you're going to find your safety net. That's really what to focus on. Again, I don't like to always be bringing bad news, so find the positive where you can. Again, ground yourself, because the Taurus is a feminine, grounding, earthy sign. So ground yourself in literal the earth if you need to. Meditate, pray. Of course, new moons, you're setting goals, you're letting go of what was past, and you are welcoming in what's coming. But first, we're going to have to go through this little eclipse. So my oil blend that I created for this occasion several years ago is called Stability, and it's just for that purpose. It's to help you find your stability in unstable or uncertain times. I love diffusing this. It's very earthy but feminine. There's some florals in there, but it really helps you meditate, helps you find your center. If you feel like you're being thrown off or you feel like you're being attacked, Stability is going to help you find that. But yeah, again, new moons, it's time for saging, meditating, cleansing, going inside yourself, and really just kind of prepare for what is coming. It's not necessarily a time to start something new until after the new moon or after the eclipse has passed. But this is where you're setting your intentions for it, okay? So, yeah, that's what I got. For now, and until next time, guys, blessed be, namaste, and all that good stuff. And hope to see you tomorrow night at 6 p.m. for my last and final class of astrology. We are going to create our own birth charts, and hopefully for those who've been following along with all of the classes, you've gleaned enough knowledge to be able to start to interpret your own charts. And then if I don't see you Wednesday, come out to Miss Billion River Brewing on Saturday. We're having a vendor event. They're calling it 422 Day. And it is local Milford vendors of all stripes, selling our wares and, sharing our goods and services. And so hope to see y'all soon. Until then, guys, bye.